All right, folks, I'm back again with Jonathan Otto with a the med bed hack, the
Yes.
sandwich med bed hack with the PMF mat and the red light therapy panels. This stuff works, folks. This stuff is incredible. In fact, I have a friend that got a motorcycle accident, got his arm torn off, started doing the red light therapy, and it grew back.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I,
kidding.
I
No, no,
I
sounded
was
good.
following that, and then I was like, hold on a second. Something about that sounded off.
Oh boy! All right, folks. Well, welcome, Jonathan. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome,
You
David.
didn't
Thank you,
like that?
man.
I thought that was nice. Nice little additive there.
Oh, bro, look, if only we could do that quickly. We're like salamanders, right? Like you chop if you chopped off their arm, it would grow back.
But
People could
all
do it.
right,
In
man.
theory, people could do it. Like
I mean, maybe one day. So,
yeah. I think God originally made us to do that, even though you're not supposed to like have that happen. The liver does it. If you cut the liver in half, it would completely regrow. With the salamander, you cut off
well,
leg
unless
off, it
you're an
grows back.
alcoholic, like I was for a time being,
Yeah, maybe that won't work so
but no,
well.
that's why now. No, really though. Be honest with you. Since I quit, I'm coming up on 6 years of my sobriety, right? And I now do everything I can to get the edge on my health, right? I want to live longer, right? I know I've done a lot of damage to my body, being a professional athlete, contact sport boxing, right? High level elite boxing for 30 years, my entire, most of my life. I've been since I was 5 years old, been boxing. So a lot of head trauma, a lot of body pains, injuries. So now it's like, you get to that point in life, like where I'm at, where I'm like, man, no more drinking, got to catch up, uh my health matters to me now. I want to live a longer life. It's like I'm playing catch up now, so
Wow.
really trying to improve everything. And I will say from my own testimony that these red light panels do work. I do the med bed hack. I do the sandwich where the PEMF mat is on the bottom, and then on the top is the red light panel. So I'm very happy with this stuff. I don't do it every day anymore, but I do it about 3, 4 times a week.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
feel great with that.
Hey,
I'm not as
dude, look.
tan as you. I wish it. Does this give you a tan or something? Are you up?
Uh, yes, but not directly. Like it will make your skin be sensitive to light in the right way, like not hypersensitive. It'll help it actually absorb the sunlight better and make your skin
More
less likely to
vibrant,
burn.
more vibrant.
Yes,
A
it
lot of
does.
people are like, dude, you're looking younger. You're looking better. I'm like,
Oh, I appreciate it, man.
yeah, no, not just you, me. I was talking about
Yeah,
me.
dude, yeah, well, yeah. Look, I mean, your audience
Just
know
kidding.
your
Yeah,
face better
both
than
of us,
mine.
but
You
you
look
look
good.
tan. I mean, you're out there surfing every day too. So
Oh
that
yeah,
helps you.
exactly. It's been out of surf season, so I've not done as much, but it was now it's back in, and so that's awesome. But yeah, man, like you're keeping fit and healthy, and you look amazing, bro, and it's
Thank you.
awesome because yeah, you're welcome. I think that your audience, like I read it when I read the comments, I read how people are quite not only impressed but actually personally motivated because they see your results, and that's exciting, man. Like I. Yeah, people are using red light, and this is a really cool thing for everyone to think about. There are clinics today. I was just talking to one last week where they are charging $250 a session, and these are 15-minute sessions, and they're doing it
15,
for
15
15
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's a
insane.
$3,000 package for a 6 week transformation. I'm not going to name the clinics, but some of them are doing 200K a month in places like New
That's
Jersey and
that's
things like that.
insane. That's insane.
And the reason why they can do it is because they're getting the results and they're using it for weight loss and body contouring, and people just using 15 minutes, which is interesting that you're doing it like 3 or 4 times a week, and it fully fits within the parameters of the studies, and that's why they're only doing 2 sessions, 15 minutes each, twice a week for 6 weeks, and that's the 6 week transformation that they're charging 3,000 for. Do the math; it's 250 per 15-minute session, and it's the
Yeah,
body
they're at
contouring.
I see them pretty much at every clinic now. I even saw, even in El Paso, man, like they're behind the ball on everything. But the fact that I'm seeing billboards now advertising red light therapy, and I think here they're like $80 a session or something like
Oh,
that.
that's good. Yeah, and that's
But I
pretty
mean, that's El
normal.
Paso, you know what I mean? But I mean, still, it's like just so much easier to get it yourself. But they're
Yeah.
not doing the PMF, they're not doing the mat and the red light,
Oh yeah.
just the red light by itself. So this sandwich effect, the med bed hack is what it's all about. I mean, look, I was told that if you can make it, just try to make it the next 20 years, chances are you could live another 50 after that. And
Mm,
that's what I'm being told, by people that
yeah.
are really in the know in this stuff. So and we're in a time now, we're in an era now. We have now reached the pinnacle where AI and quantum are together, which AI is the solution to everything, right? It's gonna have all the answers, and then quantum is the speed. I mean, we're right on the cusp of breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough, and I bet you anything, the red light therapy is going to be on the leading edge of this. And the reason I say that is because now this might be a little woo woo for some people.
I
I
like where you're
study
going, bro.
no, but I
I'm in.
study a lot of experiments that are being done, and I've always talked about like my experiences with psychedelics, things like that. But DMT, they've done a study with DMT and red light.
Oh,
They're able to see under DMT when taking ayahuasca, whatever, there, and you shine a red light. You can look it up on YouTube, look it up all over the internet, put it in AI, whatever you want to do. Fact check me on this all you want. The red light for people that are under DMT, when they stare into a red light, they see code just
wow.
coming down like the Matrix code. And they're trying right now. This is like breakthrough, cutting edge stuff. So I know there's something to red light. I know there is something to red light therapy. Your DNA responds to it. So I think it's really is all the hype, dude. I mean I'm sold on this. So no,
Wow.
now you could just have to try to sell my audience.
Oh, no, it's awesome. Well, I want to like just really get people aware and in awe of nature and of what God has made. And some of the verses that came up when you said that in the Bible, Malachi chapter 4, verse 2, unto you shall the sun, SUN, of righteousness, correctness, shall rise with healing in his wings or projections or wavelengths. Like that's actually what that verse in Malachi chapter 4, verse 2 reads when you say it. Like the sun of righteousness will rise in healing with his wings. It's telling you that it's correctness because their vibration frequencies it's a code and it's instructing the body in the way that it's supposed to be and correcting that frequency in the body. And once you understand that premise, you understand that it's based on vibration, that it's causing the normalcy of the body, and you're basically like performing surgery without cutting, and because you're interfacing directly because your body is translucent and you can go through the body and to reference. And so I think that's really quite
I'm trying to
amazing.
pull up the picture here of what I got hooked up at my house. Here it is. So that I can pull it up while we're talking. But yeah, keep going. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So like I'm serious, folks. Like I take this very serious. A lot of people are like, whatever. He probably doesn't use it. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. And
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to pull up the picture right now. I'll pull
You
it
can
up.
tell when people look at you, and the things that you're talking about are things that
I
are a
just
lot.
want to show like what it looks like, what my setup looks like here at my house. So I'm going to show it real quick so people can see. I go under this thing and I play meditation music or binaural beats. I bought a binaural beat thing, a little
Yeah.
instrument, and I put them into my ears and I listen to the beats or I listen to meditation and I positive affirmations, things like that. And here it is. This is what I do. Boom, there it is. See it?
Nice. Yep.
There it is. I got the L-shaped stand. Just hooks over my little couch right there, and I lay the PMF mat down, and I just kick back, and I just I open my eyes like you told me to, Jonathan, a few times every
Yeah.
now and then, but
Yeah. And
that's what I do. So
what'd you notice? Do you notice anything with your
dude,
eyesight?
my eyesight's a lot better. I don't use my glasses as much. I'm not, and that's I'm not lying about that. It's true.
Wow. Yeah.
Like I'm noticing differences. So this is it right here. Here's my setup at home, folks. So you can see it. That's what I use. And I'm on this 3 to 4 times a week. I was doing it every day, twice a day, when I first got it. But if you put it next to your bed or in your room, a place that you can access it easily, you will use it. If you put
Yeah.
it on your garage or something, you're probably not going to use it. You got to put it in a place that you're always going to use it, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you did the right thing. My dad, we had a case where for 6 or 7 years, tried to get his knees better, and I paid for stem cells. So I ended up investing $30,000 over the course of that time. It was multiple injections, and it didn't get him better. I didn't get a result at all. Like it was zero for him. And then I got him on red light, and what cost a couple of $100. And we have these devices, right? You can look at them, and you got the links below. But like this is a real story. He's out of pain completely in both of his knees, and it was that bad that I was willing to pay for the money. But I've got all that video footage. And he's a Christian guy, he goes to church. Like, we don't make up random stories because we think it's going to be cool. Like, I really went to a lot of effort to try and get his knees better. And I watched him in pain getting the injections in Tampa, in Miami, where we got the stem cells, Warden's jelly. I did all the research. I got the best that I knew of, whatever. Like, I have no idea though. Like did I get dead stem cells? Did it just not work? But
imagine if you would have added the red light therapy with it at that time.
Oh, yes, exactly. It either would have just worked because it worked without the stem cells, or it would have. So I would have never known whether the stem cells even helped at all. But yes, stem cells actually rely on the mitochondria in the stem cells. So therefore, anyone that ever did a stem cell injection should definitely do red light and PMF, because it's going to interface directly with the mitochondria. I was talking about body sculpting before, and like, look, I'm lean, right? So it's not easy for me to keep on weight. I don't actually work out much at all. Like, maybe I've probably worked out like 10 minutes.
Dude, what are you trying to show off for, man?
Exactly. But so these are by the way, this was hold on. That was last week.
Tim Pool. I like
yeah,
that.
so yeah, he's so pumped. He's using this stuff now too. And
that looks like a different one right there. Is that the same?
Yes, it's the Red Live Pro 300, whereas like this one behind me is the 300 Max, so it's just a bit wider.
Nice. Yep, I've been in that studio.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's got a cool thing going on there, but unfortunately they have to move, right? You know about that, obviously.
Yeah, because you got shot up or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That was the night I was supposed to be there too, and then I was on the next week. But these are the things that are happening, man. But anyway, my point is, like, look, there's people way more ripped than me. It's not like I don't really care.
You're like the size of my arm.
Yeah, exactly. See, like, I'm yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not here. Like, the guy the size of Nino's arm can't sit here bragging, but I can tell you that this has helped me with keeping on muscle, and like, there's a lot of people that it's just hard to like keep weight off or keep in shape, and I'll show some of the thyroid studies today, Nino, because it'll all come together. The reason why people are achieving weight loss is to do with the thyroid function and something called photonic lipolysis, because it's actually shooting into your fat cells and breaking them open and causing the draining of the fat cells, as well as dealing with the edema, because it's dealing with toxicity, and it's interfacing with the mitochondria, increasing energy production in the cells, and it's just doing all these things at once. It's clearing out disease cells called senescent cells, and then because of that, and improving and normalizing thyroid function, because of all those things together, you end up with great regimens, and that's why clinics are using it for body sculpting. And I'm seeing it work for me, and I should work out, but I don't work out a lot. I'd stay active.
Yeah, but surfing is like a workout in itself, man.
Well, it totally is, but it's been out of season. Like, I haven't surfed. I surfed for the first time in the last 3 days, almost in a year, because it's about 8 months. But there's some muscle memory there too, for sure. This one here was the EMFs being neutralized with PMF, and bone density and fracture healing being controlled by PEMF, and this was 77.4% union rates. I love this one with the sleep quality. 69.7% go into remission of insomnia during the study with PEMF. So there's a few little things there that you could do to just change your life and health, like, really quickly. This one here was what we found here. I'll show you. I've showed some of these charts before. And on the charts, we kind of break down the different categories of the wavelengths, and teaser as well. We're talking. I want to mention what we found with the protocols that Mel Gibson talked about on Rogan's show about methylene blue, because it has everything to do with red light therapy, and why it had such a result with his 3 friends with the big C, the last stage of the big C. And he said they had a lot of things going on, and then they did something. They took this thing, and he mentioned methylene blue and antiparasitics as well. And then they're now in remission.
Do you
And
use it with the red light or just in methylene blue?
okay, so here's the thing. Methylene blue has to be activated, right? And it has to be activated specifically by 660 nanometers. So considering that a lot of these people that have these late stage diagnoses and they're in the know, they will 100%, like if they're taking that, they're taking the red light typically. So I know for a fact one of the other thing, I know some other things that they were doing because they were students of a friend of mine, Dr. Andreas. Okay, I was going to say that much because I got to be careful on that. But I can say the letters. It's Mary, Martha, Sam. They're letters. Okay, so you could look that up. Or Charlie, Derek, Sam. Their letters. You could look that up. They were drinking that. Just FYI, and people need to know about that. I can't say that here on the show, but you could work it out with those words. Easy, guys. So read the comments as well. People will share with each other what's going on with that. But yes, you have to activate with 660 nanometer light, 630, 670. It all activates around there, especially at the peak at 660. So I could tell you that they would be most likely have done that. And if they didn't do that, you really shouldn't take methylene blue because it doesn't really work. And I'll show you the
So
mechanisms here.
you've got to take it in tandem with red light.
Yes, because it's what generates reactive oxygen species and produces singlet oxygen,
Wow.
and that's photodynamic therapy, and where you're hypersensitizing the cells to light. Like that study that I've shown in the past,
So
that
if you
was
take the methylene blue that day, you should be doing the red light that day
yes,
with it.
yeah, ideally 30 minutes before, or 30 minutes to 60 minutes, you take it before. This is an example. This wasn't methylene blue, but it was a photosensitizer. It was called aminoleuvolinic acid. And this person only had 2 sessions of red light with that. And it says a complete response. And which means that, and the
But he
fine
has
print,
less hair or what?
yeah, the cutaneous B-cell lymphoma went away
Oh,
completely.
all right.
Yeah, yeah, look at the title.
I was like, what am I looking at here? A werewolf?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, so that's I can't help him with that one yet. But yeah, he that was photodynamic therapy, and there was 3 people in that clinical trial, and it was a pilot study, and all 3 went into complete remission
Wow.
within 1 week. And that's on PubMed, and that's one of them. See, complete response. Read it. It's there.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
see
why
it.
they're reporting these results. It's the combination of the photosensitizer with the red light that causes the light then to get hyper absorbed into the cells. And so you need both of them to go together. And hence why this one I shared in the past, it was a 40% drop in both triple negative and non-triple negative breast C word. And they're the 4 wavelengths. Only 660 was the one that dropped it by 40% in 24 hours. That was in vitro in a petri dish. But like if you look at all these, like PDT, photodynamic therapy, that's red light and methylene blue. This was like not only methylene blue. I'll show you some other examples, but it's an example. And if you look at ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, and you say, what's the best photosensitizer, it'll tell you of all the studies, methylene blue scores the highest. Hence why it's now having these mainstream conversations. Yes, it is a dye. Yes, it is synthetic. Yes, you need to be sparing. And no, to me, you shouldn't take it with that red light because the downsides now outweigh the upsides, in my
But like
opinion.
I said, man, you make it the next 20, you could make it the next 50 to the next 150. Who knows? I mean, this is
Dude.
reality, man. This is what's coming. It's an exciting time to be alive.
Oh, bro, I love your excitement around that. I'm always excited and hopeful, bro. 87% response rate here. This is the most life-threatening one, the lung big C word. It kills more people than breast, colon,
Yeah.
and prostate together.
Yeah. And now add all,
Together.
what everyone's doing today with that vape and all that. I mean, dude, it's, all
True.
those
Those
things that people
chemicals.
are doing. Yeah, it's just horrible, man.
Those chemicals, all the things that we're breathing in, the things that are getting sprayed up in the
Yep.
skies,
Yep.
the things that are in your home, or the off-gassing of your furniture. You should actually get plants in your home that help to absorb that, or indoor air filtration. But these were some of the studies that we pulled up on that, and they're the photosensitizers. See if I can pull them up there. Where they go? I'll come back to that. And these were some of the studies that we pulled up here, where, and this is part of the mechanism here, because when you interface with the stem cells in the body, you're able to now deal with all these different areas. And so what we did is, for example, we took the 9 most proven wavelengths from 480 up to 1060. So you can see them all there. They penetrate different areas of the body. When they hit these regions, they're normalizing the stem cells in your body.
Mm.
They're causing the proliferation And I'll show other slides on that in a second. I'll show proof what I'm about to say. They show how they proliferate, which means create stem cells, and secondly, they will help those stem cells mature. That's called differentiation, where you take a stem cell and make it into a normal cell, whether it's heart cell, bone cell, eye cell, anything. So, and here's then the categories where you see you're interfacing with wound healing, injury healing, oral health, and I like this one, stem cell regeneration. Look how it's proven at all of those wavelengths. Once you get that, Nino, it'll start making sense, right? 630, 660, 670,
Well, I
810,
just put on all three. You told me to put on all
Yeah,
three
exactly.
modes.
Exactly. So it'll have all those wavelengths going all at the same time. And
Yeah, so
notice
just might
how
as
it's
well go all out, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly. You're working with all the stem cells in those regions of the body. And then that is why that's the arguably the biggest reason. And by the way, PEMF is also doing the same thing, but it's doing it through electromagnetics interfacing with the mitochondria. Red light is doing it with light interfacing with the mitochondria, and that's what you'll see in nature, right? You got your feet on the ground, you got your body in exposed, or you're lying flat against the ground, which if we were made without beds, which it looks like we were, your beds weren't designed, like you would sleep on it. You would sleep on the ground where you're getting the magnetic pulse of the earth, and you'd be in darkness. That study I just showed you, where with the cutaneous lymphoma, they actually covered that up after they put it in darkness for 4 hours. So part of the reason why red light works so well is that you then go into darkness. And so your room should be super dark if you can black out curtains, and you will start to see like amazing things because it's like it's all effective at once. But anyway, these are all the
so
different
when you
functions.
use a red light, it's best to have the light in darkness when you turn it on.
That's great too. But what I'm saying is after you've used the light and when you now go to bed at night, the darker, like having a nice dark room without lights, it's like your body in absence. It's kind of like fasting. Food and nutrition is great for you. You know what else is good for you? Fasting. The body works the same way with light. It loves light and it loves the absence of light. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, well, of course. One must have the other. It's one
There you go.
and the other, not one or the other.
Yes, it's so cool, man, how this
darkness
works.
is just as important as light, 100%.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And if it's interesting in the Bible, it talks about there being no need for darkness in heaven, like where there's no need for the sun or the moon or a candle because God is their light and they live forever in the presence of God's light. Read Revelation 20, 21, 22. It's an interesting verse, which to me is like really interesting that light is connected to eternal life, just saying. And anyway, so here's some of the other categories before I move on to the other thing. But MS and asthma, tinnitus, pain relief, athletic performance, mental stamina, cognitive performance, pain relief, sun damage, wrinkles, fine lines, droopy eyelids, acne, anti-aging, scars, rosacea, hair growth. So you're doing one thing that is interfacing with so many things versus like one thing, which is why some people are just getting this one thing. Whereas if there's one thing you want to get, it'd be like a red light belt where you could move it to different areas of your body if that's all you had. And I saw people recently go from a 9 out of 10 pain score. One woman, Dee Dee, with back pain, sciatica. She used the red light belt that we have there. And then she's now at a 0 out of 10 pain score. She reclaimed her career, part-time massage therapist. So anyway, these are the categories that you're interfacing with, including in the mental area. I've seen you talk a lot, Nino, about your success with mood and happiness and focus and cognitive performance. And these things are all great. So there's the different types of these things.
Yeah, I think this has helped me a lot through the situation I've been through with my father. I've been feeling a lot emotionally lifted with this device.
That's beautiful, man.
Feeling better, I mean, my nose is above water. That's all I can say.
Dude, it was part of the reason why I tell you something. Like when I went into Tim's studio, I flew out a device to gift him, but it didn't get to the hotel. So that night I came in before and they didn't have it. And then I called my guy in my warehouse in Nashville and he got on a plane that same day, brought it because I was, yeah, sure. You'd be like, yeah, well, you get exposure, but I know what happened to him. I know the stress that he was under. I like him. I think he's a really nice guy. And I wanted to help him. And so that's why, like, he was under a lot of stress. And so we made sure to help him. And then there was several.
Tim's under a lot of stress?
Tim, because of what happened, right?
Yeah.
The bang, into his house and into his studio. And that was real. I reviewed the footage myself. And because I was there.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying it wasn't real, but it was real, yeah.
Exactly.
I was in a drive-by when I was like 14. They shot up a house I was at, and I thought there were fireworks going off all around me. I didn't know what they were.
Well, yeah, dude. Well, ignorance
So
is
bad.
bliss at
But
that
that's a
point.
border town.
Yeah,
Border
bro, that's
town where
intense,
you ain't
man.
escaping that here.
Yeah, bro,
So let's look at the PMF, Matt, for a second, and then let's
yeah,
show people where they can get this stuff. Um,
yeah.
so, folks, you're going to want to get, if you can only get one or the other, what do you suggest?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. I would
obviously,
say,
this is what we're pushing here is the sandwich effect, the med bed hack, but they're both so good. I don't know which one would you get if you had to pick.
yeah, exactly. There are some people, here's the answer to that. All right, so if it was a thyroid condition, we're seeing that 96% of the people with Hashimoto's with an enlarged thyroid with a 3-week treatment, based on that clinical study with 97 women, the red light 96% went into having a regular thyroid
That's
size.
huge, man.
Yeah.
That's huge
So
by itself.
yeah, exactly. So if you had a thyroid condition and you were choosing, you go red light for sure. But then if you had, and then they did a study where they tested selenium, vitamin D, and iron with and without red light. The red light group 70 times more effective at thyroid hormone balance and 15 times greater at reducing thyroid
You
medication.
know, I've been off my hormones, all the stuff I used to take. I was all on testosterone, things like that. I'm off all that stuff now.
Oh wow.
I've been feeling totally great on this, man. I just been doing natural stuff, man. So
Wow. So you don't take testosterone
no,
injections
I
then?
haven't been taking it in about a year and a half, almost 2 years. Maybe it could be 2 years.
Wow.
Like I've been off completely.
But you got off before you got on red light,
Yeah.
right? But so, which is props to you doing it like
I
with
mean,
what you had.
they're not like they didn't. My testosterone's not skyrocketed anymore, but it's like at 500, 530 or something like that.
Yep.
It's not like super low, but it's not super high. But I'm happy with it.
Oh, good for you,
I'm not
bro.
like
Like
raging and shit. I'm
exactly.
like, yeah, so I feel good.
Quick hacks on that would be I would actually do. I've seen this with nicotine and EDTA, where by doing that, people push their testosterone levels up way high because
By
there's
taking nicotine?
yeah.
Damn, I don't know, man. I'm
Okay,
not.
hey, hear me out on this one. Ready? What has eggplant? What has nicotine? Eggplants, tomatoes, potatoes.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Tobacco is the highest, so it doesn't even have to be from tobacco. It could be from eggplants, but there's not as much. And so I'm talking about 3 milligrams, which you
Like
would
a
get.
nicotine patch. You can put on a nicotine patch.
Yeah, exactly. Gum. Yeah, never smoke. Like never take vapes, right?
Yeah,
It's like there's studies on it with depression, anxiety, dementia, specifically with nicotine,
yeah.
Tourette syndrome, Parkinson's, myocarditis, yeah, like
So all the
autism.
stuff that we've been told to stay away from, man, like secretly helps you, and it's just crazy to me. Like, and stuff that people, you bring this to any doctor, like any old school doctor, like in the medical industry, right? You show them a red light panel, they'll be like, they look at you like you're crazy, Like, okay, they're not up to par with any of the stuff that's cutting edge.
I know, bro.
They're just so behind. They just have a
Yeah.
pill for everything. Take the pill. Take the pill. The heart doctor here couldn't believe that I reversed my afibrillation from just not drinking. It's just
Wow.
the stuff is out there, folks. It is out there. Let's show the PMM,
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
and then show
And
people where to
then
get this stuff.
yeah, sounds great, man. So yeah, on the PMF, basically, yeah, like I was answering your question. If somebody was going after sleep, then PMF scores the highest hands down. And by the way, that was the study on the methylene blue as where they basically found that it was out of 10 studies, 7 showed clear tumor reduction, sometimes
Wow.
almost complete, up to 99 to 100% shrinkage in colorectal cancer, melanoma, and certain carcinomas. So that killer combo of the methylene blue with the red light is what he was talking about on the show. Hence why, maybe we'll decide what thumbnail we end up putting, David, but that one might be the one we choose, or it might be something else, guys. But in case he did, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss that information, because this is going viral right now on some other shows, because people want to know, like, how did that happen? It's because it creates reactive oxygen species, and that's like singlet oxygen. There's been military experiments where they've used singlet oxygen to shoot airborne missiles, and it works. They can explode things with it, and your body produces it. So hence why it's so powerful. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because I can't really say much more than that, because that's but the PMF, to answer your question there, so PMF is getting used super effectively. And by the way, there's a study with periarthritis, and this is the stack, man. This is your medbed stack here, because look at it. It's PEMF with red light therapy together, and they for periarthritis, and over a 2-month period, both all treated groups experienced less pain, reduced tenderness, and better shoulder movement. So both the red light group and the PMF and the red light and PMF group, they all got results, but those receiving the combined therapy showed the greatest and most long-lasting improvements. There's a study that backs up what we've been saying. The combination of those two, PMF together, they concluded that using PMF and red light together creates a synergistic effect, amplifying pain relief, tissue repair, and range of motion while remaining safe, non-invasive, and well tolerated. So that's one example. There's a clinical study there of why that's working together. And then PMF was the most effective for muscle loss, hence why your parents on it, for example, anyone that's listening to this with elderly parents, anyone that's listening to this, that they themselves, like, my muscle loss is a big deal for everyone. This is a 2025 study. It was 12 sessions. They had stronger leg muscles, moved faster, more steadily in walking tests, reported fewer depressive symptoms. That's a big deal. And that's only 12 sessions. And there's the clinical study right there. And that's sarcopenia, muscle loss. And there's the anxiety study, 485 patients. They all got better. They used the 16 hertz, right? So you got to choose the hertz, 1 to 30 hertz. In this case, it was 16. And this one was showing that they were able to remediate like the issue. So they improved sleep quality and reduced anxiety levels in that group, and there's more studies there. Fibromyalgia as well. This was a 12-week, and the benefits lasted 12 weeks, and it was widespread pain and fatigue offset by the PEMF, and they had less pain, better physical function, reduced fatigue, improved mood. So they're both working. And then what's interesting is if you look at here with this is with the breast big C, and then and this one is with the prostate big C, and now both of them with PEMF. Notice I just went in and showed red light for both prostate and breast. Now I'm showing PEMF for breast and prostate, and both of them working, and it's showing specifically that it is in fact causing the big C cells to die off. It's destroying selectively while it's helping the normal healthy cells thrive. Look at that. Normal healthy cells weren't just unaffected. They actually showed signs of improved health and increased growth. That's it. It low frequency PMF, it slowed their growth, big C cells, triggered cell death, and pushed them into a state called senescence, which is where they stop dying. So they stop multiplying, but don't die right away. And that's the process that it causes them to undergo apoptosis. So yeah, that's it.
Now,
and
can
that's
people take this with like chemo and all that? I mean, it just helps, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Like St. Jude's Hospital is using it for their patients with to offset the side effects of chemo.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. And, so do they use photodynamic therapy? No. And that's why, I don't donate, right? Just saying. Because if they did, then I would donate. If they did photodynamic therapy and they did these types of things instead, but instead what they're doing is they're offsetting the negative effects. And there are so many studies done showing that not only does it offset those negative effects, but it also is extremely effective at working on that condition. So that's a game changer. And I'll just show you what the mat actually looks like as well here. But it's really simple, guys, and I really love how we've been able to distill it down and make it into something that people can access. And like I mentioned, we use the 9 wavelengths for the red light panels or the belts, and there are always going to be some people that feel like, okay, well, I can't. Some that's like, okay, wow, this is amazing. This is the most affordable thing that I could find, and that is definitely true, because it's one and done, and your whole family can use it, and it ends up costing like 10 cents a session or something. Like, you do the math over a few years and you realize, okay, this ends up costing like just so minimally. But for others that feel like, okay, I got to find a way to make this work, you could do something like just get a red light belt, right? And we got a pro belt that has 5 different wavelengths in it, and it's 630, 660, 810, 830, and 1060, or the other belt, which is 660 and 850. And we're seeing people turn around all kinds of things with that. And like, you put that on your knee, then you're dealing with the knee issue. You put it on your back, you're dealing with your back issue. Put it in the back of your neck, you're dealing with your neck and shoulders. Put it on your head, and you could look into it. You actually could do that if you want to, if you believe in what I'm sharing and what you research yourself. Game changer. And you can then improve your eyesight, your cognitive function, all with one little tool. So I don't think anyone should ever say, nah, it doesn't work, because like a couple $100 on a payment plan, it's like $30 a month. Like there's a way for everyone to play. Anyway, these are the layers in the PMF. Like, so it does have, by the way, because you asked, it does have red light and far infrared
Right.
and
I
green
just
and
turned
blue
it
light.
all the way up on there. I turned the red light panel all the way up and the PMF mat all the way up.
That's awesome.
With
Yeah, you had the
all
highest.
systems go on both.
Yeah, exactly, which is awesome. And then but the only thing is with the frequency, like you can go between 1 and 30. If you put it on 30, that's great, because you can never go wrong between 1 and 30. But if you look at the best frequency for sleep, it's 2 or 4.
Wow.
So you go all the way down to that. And it's not that it's less powerful. That's just the frequency range. Or the anxiety one that we just looked at, that was 16. So you literally would put into Google, this is my challenge. What's the best studies showing this? And then they'll share it. It'll just tell you. And then you could just try that. You can't go wrong with it. It's not going to be bad. It's always going to be helpful.
So where do people get it?
Yeah. myredlight.com. And
myredlight.com.
use the code Nino. Super simple, and that will give you access to Nino.
Well, what about
25.
but that not the PMF mat is different, isn't it?
No, yeah, it's there now, right? So it's there on the page. Yeah, so super simple. It's just Nino.
So you can get both there. You can get the panels and the PEMF mat there at
myredlight.com. Exactly.
Wow. Okay,
yep.
so it was 2 websites before, so it's just one now.
Exactly. We just made it easier, but like people go there to the other side. But yeah, this makes it simple. It's the same thing. It's the same,
and what are the codes?
Everything. Yeah, it's Nino 25 and Nino 30. Nino 25 is for the single items, or the smaller packages, and the larger packages Nino 30.
So it's no longer just Nino by itself.
Yeah, if you do use this Nino by itself, that will activate the 25% off discount. We're still like trying to catch everyone, but like if you see the one that has a bundle, it'll say the code, it'll say use the code for 30% off, and then it's evident that it's going to be the 30. And remember as well, guys, there's products down as low as like $200, $300, right?
I mean, this is an excellent Christmas present, the Christmas present of health. Nothing better than this, man. Put this under the tree.
It's so true, man. Like, it's like I think about my veteran cousin, and I always get to live with the fact that I know that I got his knees out of pain, and I did that. That was his Christmas gift, right? Even though I'm not like a big celebrator. You've helped me too,
man. I'm going to be truthful about that. You've helped me, so I appreciate you, Jonathan.
Bro, that's really beautiful. Thank you for saying that, man.
Yeah, you've helped me, and I'm a believer in this. So hopefully we can all live to 150 years. If we make it just the next 20. I'm hopeful, man. I'm hopeful. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, bro, thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure. And just as we sign off, so people are aware, like, you can go there, myredlight.com, and it's super simple. And just so you know, like, you're getting the 9 clinically proven wavelengths. I have this the book that we just released, or we're about to release it. Sorry, but it's the 𝗵𝗃 off switch, and this is like the world's leading oncologist. And he says here, like, Jonathan is. His work has been, his research has been a lifesaver for countless people. And then for anyone in touch with the 𝗵𝗃 or seeking to prevent it, this book isn't just recommended, it's essential. So this same doctor that's running the Hope for Cancer centers in Tijuana, Dr. Antonio Jimenez for the Hope for Cancer treatment centers, he's using our devices for his patients. And that's insane for you to know that, because it's like, what are you recommending? And here's oncologists that test everything, and the people that go there, they're spending like close to $50,000 for so they're getting it's important that you guys know that. So anyway, check out the specs there, all the wavelengths, the irradiance, and the specs with the PMF device, because we're using the highest quality and the highest magnetic field strength and everything. So thanks again, guys. And
you got it.
Having me.
All right, folks, you know what to do. Nino 25, Nino 30, myredlight.com down there at the bottom. Thanks, Jonathan. God bless you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, David.